Good morning, parents. This is a message from Mr. Ross. I'm the speech and theater teacher at Rubidoux Middle School, and one of the things that I was asked to do is that we as teachers, now that we have these iPads here in the building, uh, want to talk to parents about how that technology is being used in the classroom. And I sort of have a unique situation as a speech and theater teacher, and so I want to describe some of those things to you. First of all, you notice that I'm communicating with you right now via a YouTube channel. This is actually given the students a closed URL link, which they can access via my website or some other sort of ways through the website being the school district website where you can find my name. I can also email the students through the iPad and the account that they all have, the URL. So if I ever need to get any information that maybe they need to look out outside of the classroom, whether it be for an assignment or something like that, that's very easily done now, and they can very easily access that through the iPad. It also has some very, very useful programs. For speech, it has something called Keynote. And one of the things, really the tablet, as compared to computers, is in the professional world used primarily for presentations. In the past, when students wrote speeches, they'd make notes on the index cards, and they'd have to flip through those index cards, which can sometimes, in the middle of a speech, be a bit of an issue. And now with the tablet, you can easily scroll through your notes in a way that's really easy to do, and because of the size of it, you can hold it in your hand or place it, and it doesn't take up much space, and so it's very easy for presentations and for also being able to simultaneously control PowerPoint presentations while you deliver your presentation. So it's really a great technology for that. I myself, now that I've had the iPad, whenever I give messages, whenever I speak to groups, I've now given up on paper notes, and I entirely use the iPad. It's very, very useful for me, especially because of my poor eyesight, because I can zoom in and I can make the font larger, and it makes it much easier for me in that sense. Also, in the theater classroom, it's not used as much, at least right now, because the students are acting, they're moving around, and so the iPad's not useful in that sense. But what it is useful for is an e-reader, and there's lots and lots of free content out there, a lot of shows that are now in the public domain, such as the works of William Shakespeare, that before, if I wanted the students to have access to, I'd have to find the scene, I'd have to print it off, and then I'd have to make copies for all of the students. And now, thanks to the e-reading technology, they can very easily download that and access and have that on their e-reader. I know they have it. I know it's not going to get damaged, and they have access to all sorts of works that are within the public domain. Especially with Shakespeare, my students in the advanced theater will have some experience reading some of Shakespeare's works and trying to analyze it. So it's a great thing for that. I'm even going to try to put their scripts in a PDF format, so they will have a physical copy of the script, but they also have an e-reader format from the tablet. And then there's a program for my broadcasting class that I'm experimenting right now with. It's pretty fun. It's called the program's called iMovie, and the iPad has something specific in iMovie that's a trailer maker, where it has a pre-established trailer with the shots that are needed to kind of put this trailer together, and it kind of gives you suggestions of what would be appropriate. And this is really great because in the class I teach about what appropriate camera angles, storyboarding, and what that process looks like, and basically it gives you a storyboard template in which to follow, so it makes a very obvious and real physical example for the students to see of what the storyboarding process is and how that translates to the camera work that you're going to do to put the trailer together. It's really neat, it's really intuitive between the music and how you add content into it. It's very, very simple to use, and it gives kids a very, very real idea of how movies are actually put together, which is a very lofty concept that sometimes students have a very hard time grasping. So I hope this wasn't too long, but I hope this gives you some ideas of some of the ways that the iPad is going to be utilized in my classroom. Thank you for your time.